Hello, this guide will be going over how to install an operating system in a hypervisor. I left it kind of vague because this will work if you're using Hyper-V, VMware, VirtualBox, etc. But for this tutorial, I'll be using Windows 10 as both a host and a guest using Hyper-V as my hypervisor. This assumes that you have an understanding of operating system installation, virtualization technology, hardware, and stuff like that. But as this is just a how-to, I won't be going over those. So I'm going to start by firing up Hyper-V, which is my hypervisor. And from here I'll be clicking on New Virtual Machine. I'm going to be naming my virtual machine Project 3. I'll be using Generation 1 for this as I don't need what Generation 2 supports. And also Generation 1 is going to have better support for, say, older Linux distributions that don't support Hyper-V's UEFI implementation very well. For memory, I'm going to be giving mine 4 gigs. Generally, don't go over half of what your system has, but I have 16 gigs, so 4 gigs is plenty safe for me. For configuring the network, I'll be using the default switch, just so that my guest can connect to the internet. This step will be creating a virtual hard drive, which is essentially a big file on your host that stores all the program files and everything needed for your guest. I'm fine with the defaults. I'm just going to change the size since I don't need something that big. From here, I'm going to click on Install an operating system from a bootable CD or DVD-ROM and using an image file. And from here, we're going to locate a .iso file, which is our bootable system image. I'll click Next, review changes, and click Finish. So now it's creating the virtual hard drive and getting some settings going for default. And from here now under virtual machines we can see we have Project 3. I'm going to click on that and then click Start over on the right side. And now it's starting in the background but we can't see anything yet. When I click on Connect, I'll get a window that pops up. And this is how we can view what our virtual machine is doing. So now this is Windows 10 booting up in a virtual environment. And now we're ready to go through the installation. I won't be going through the installation today, as that if you've gotten to this point using a hypervisor, you probably have already installed Windows on your system. But yeah, those are the steps. There will be some differences if you're using a different hypervisor, such as Oracle VirtualBox or VMware Workstation or something along those lines. But they're very similar. You'll still be allocating RAM and hard drive space and stuff like that. Thank you for watching.